I like all of those, how you break them all down in a way for us to kind of settle into the situation.
Yeah, they're just specific skills, right? That we use or don't use as we're going through the world. But I'm gonna maybe blow your mind just a
But
little bit.
blow it, please.
Okay, so we just talked about 4 EQ skills.
Okay.
There are 11 more that in the particular model of EQ that I work with, and there are a few different models out there. There are 11 more that we haven't even touched yet. Go ahead.
Okay. So do you think that we've turned into such a information overload, we want a quick fix situation that we have navigated away? Like, here are the 2 steps to increase your recruiter thing or something. Yep. And back in my day, it was like, here are your 7-minute abs, 5-minute abs, yep. Like anything to sell it. So do you think we've navigated away from some of these core basics of some of these training, these emotional development curriculums, like AA, the 12-step programs? And here it is, that it's a journey, it's a process. It's not a quick fix. It's not a quick, here's your definition of belonging, go forth, now go build a diversity and inclusion program. And now here, this is that you're like, there are 11 more.
Yeah.
And we have to go through each one of these to determine, engage where we're at in each one of them and how we're reaching across the table to work with our teams and our leaders. Do you think we're navigating away from some of the core basics that were already there? We're just trying to reinvent the wheel and making it quicker.
Ooh. Well, I think
because there's steps, there are processes.
Yeah.
I want to know the 11 more, but
yeah, I'll tell you the 11 more. We will not part ways without me telling you the rest of that.
But I can't help but feel like when you say that, and I heard somebody else last week, they said this, when they talk about engagement and a lot of these really good training modules for leadership development, a lot of them have been developed from kind of the 12-step programs, holding each other accountable, being able to be vulnerable, being able to receive it. Like it's a process. It's a framework that works.
Yeah. So I'm going to answer. I think this is a really great question, and I'm going to answer it thinking about the organizational level and thinking about the individual level, because, I think what you just described, what pinged for me there was like, well, that is the core central pervasive challenge for anybody in the learning and development world, is that we're going to the organization is saying, we've got a problem and we want you to do a training. And either 9 times out of 10, either the organization has already decided what the solution is before we can do any real needs analysis.
Yeah, diagnose it, get in there.
Yeah. Right? They just come and they say, okay, we need a training, and they've decided the modality, they've decided how long it should be, they've decided what the content should be, and we have to say, whoa, hold on. And the organization may or may not, just kind of depends on how open are they to hearing, hold on, let's go back to the problem statement. We're going to get holistic here. We need to really understand, exactly what's going on. And so I think some of it is when we say, we want our team to work better together. We're kind of a newer team. We don't know each other that well. We have to, we got to do our strategic planning for the year. And so we need to incorporate a team build activity into our 3-day offsite, and we can spend 2 hours on that. There's that, right?
Yeah.
Instead of thinking, okay, let's back up, let's get holistic. How can we use that 3 days to meet your strategic objectives, get your planning done, get whatever conversations need to happen out there and get your team working together in new and different ways. And then beyond that 3 days, how do we further that work, right? So I think some of what you're saying about like, we want to take the shortcut, we want to distill it down. I think some of that is the way that we as human beings and within our organizations think about the value of learning activities as totally separate from the value of business activities. Right. And so
say that again.
We perceive the value of learning activities, spending time, money, energy on learning.
Yeah.
As very different from the way that we perceive the value of business activities, generating sales, building a new product, doing something that's going to build revenue for the organization.
So are we checking a box, or are we giving something that's putting value back into our service?
Well, my clients aren't checking a box because I will not let them.
Yours aren't. Yours aren't. But it's the difference. Like, how is that kind of how I'm distinguishing that? Is like, how are we just like meeting, getting it done, or how are we actually investing that back into? Because there is, yours has that whole holistic, like, that's right. Like, we're going to get down into the wounds.
Yeah. And I don't think that that has to be, forget about your business objectives. We need to spend this entire 3-day offsite just doing this healing work together. Right. I think the best possible solution for us is for us to start thinking about learning activities as a part of what the business does.
Right.
Right. And guess what? That's something that your employees and candidates are looking for, opportunities to learn, grow, deepen themselves. And so I think on the organizational level, that's absolutely part of what happens is we're looking to simplify because we don't see it in the same way that like we're looking to simplify our talent processes. We're looking to simplify our performance rating and compensation and like all of those activities that are focused on the people, because we view those activities as extraneous to running the business.
Yeah, I call it stuff.